If you have been wondering, or you've been hearing me talk all about this Healthy Habits 30-Day Jumpstart program, and you have some questions, or even if you've just been wondering if it's really for you, and if you need to dig deep into yourself and see, do I need to overcome maybe an obstacle or a barrier that I have in my mind or life that has made me feel like this isn't the right time for this program, then I really think this episode is for you. In this episode, I just go through some frequently asked questions that I have gotten that are kind of in the PDF that goes with the details of this program to really help you get clear on whether or not this is the right program for you in this time. We go through how do you know it's for you, how it will help you, the time required, what makes this different, and even how I'm using essential oils, bringing that into the program to help you with building healthy habits. Okay, so definitely take a listen to this episode. It is worth your time. The Healthy Habits Jumpstart program starts January 24th, and I want to make sure you can join us. If this is something for you, I only have a few spots left. And again, I think I say this in the episode, but really take space to just allow yourself to be open to hearing and listening to your gut and intuition on whether this is the right program and time for you. Don't know when I will offer this program in this setting, in this way again. So I really, really want you to listen in and reach out if you have any inclination that it might be for you, but you have some questions or things you want to work through. All right, enjoy the episode and I'll talk to you soon. You're listening to the More Than Your Weight podcast, and I am Brianna Wilkerson, your host. Over half my life, I really struggled with my relationship with food, my body, and myself. I was constantly finding my worth in my weight, in what I did, in how I looked, and how other people saw me. And healthy living was just about getting that affirmation. But when I started to see that my worth and my health was so much more than my weight, I found breakthrough. Yes, my body got to a weight that it really thrived at, but more so than that, I loved myself. I took care of myself and I cared for my body in the way that it needed. And I am on a mission to help other women do the same. And so through this podcast, my programs, my group, I really am on a mission to help other women find peace with food, feel confident in their bodies again, and develop healthy habits and a lifestyle that's so much more than about their weight. So I'm so excited to journey with you on this podcast where you'll find solo episodes, guest interviews, and an occasional essential oil episode from time to time. But before you leave, I want you to do a couple things. Make sure you join my Facebook group, More Than Your Weight Women's Community, where you can unpack these episodes, get weekly trainings, monthly challenges, and a lot of support. But also be sure to hit subscribe and rate and review this podcast, because guess what? I want to make sure this podcast pops in your inbox every single week. But then if you are on Instagram, make sure you follow me there because I show a little bit behind the scenes of my business and my own health journey. So I'm so excited that you're here. Can't wait for you to listen to this new episode. But also, again, just know that you are so much more than your weight. Your health and your worth is so much more than your weight. All right, enjoy the episode, and I hope to talk to you soon. Hey friends, welcome back to another episode. I am so honored to be in your ear each week. Whether you are a regular listener, a new listener, I'm just very honored and blessed to be able to inspire you and encourage you even through this way. But as much as I love podcasting, as much as I love being an inspirational source, giving very great tips and doing all the challenges that I do, and just all the things I do, particularly online and my newsletters, really what I love doing the most is coaching women. I love mentoring, I love coaching, I love building relationship, and I love helping women move from a place of feeling static in their health, feeling discouraged, feeling despair, feeling just confused, even to a place of feeling clear, feeling empowered, feeling supported, and feeling successful in their health and in their health goals. And honestly, the best way that I do that is through my coaching work. And that is why, in the last 6 years have offered many different programs. Primarily I do one-on-one coaching, both health and life coaching. And, but I really wanted to create a group experience again. I did this at the beginning of business, but come back to creating a group experience around particular areas that I feel like women in my audience, even my clients, have really just the common theme of these areas are really where not, I want to say struggle, but pain points, and really wanted to provide a solution, not just one-on-one, but in a beautiful community with a course, with tools, with resource, and create a special, unique container in that space. And so last October, I really launched, I talked a lot about food freedom, which is a core value and work that I do, really helping women find peace with food, their body, and themselves, really working on that mindset piece. And so I ran my Food Freedom Bootcamp, my 6-week bootcamp. But, as I was thinking more about the new year and all the different plans and all the things I wanted to do, particularly in the coaching space, I realized I really wanted to bring back this 30-day program I did at the very beginning of my business, focusing on healthy habits, right? And I just think it's the perfect place to start, because regardless of what your goal is, healthy habits is what's going to get you there, right? That's what's going to get you there. And so I have been talking about this Healthy Habit 30-day program in many different ways over the last 2 months, December and this month. And I wanted to, before registration closed, bring a space and kind of just directly talk to you about some frequently asked questions that I have gotten around it, or maybe just that I think are important to answer, okay? And all of these that I will kind of go through are in the details for the really detailed PDF of the Healthy Habits Jumpstart Details Guide that you can kind of check out after this or while listening to this. And I really encourage you to not check out from this episode, even if I have asked you personally if you want to join this program, if you've been hearing about it, if you just have something in your mind, like a barrier in your mind as to why you shouldn't do this, right? I get that time is an issue. I get that money can be an issue. I get that even honestly feeling like, oh man, is this even going to work? So there's just a lot of barriers for us getting the support that we need. And I'm not saying those barriers aren't legitimate. And I'm not saying that you should ignore them. But I think in some cases, there are ways to work through those barriers. And I think this is the right time for many of you. It is the right time for you to step into a space where you're like, I'm going to get the support because I deserve it. And I know it's what's going to help me. And I'm worth that investment. All right. So don't check out. Listen to this. And really, as you go in, just take a deep breath and really ask yourself to be open to not just what I say, but to open to thoughts that may come as I'm speaking, thoughts that may come when you read the PDF of does your heart's when you read this, does your heart sing and say oh my gosh, I think this is for me? Are you thinking my goodness, I really want to do this. It's just not the right time. When is she running this again? Just allow yourself to really ask yourself, is this for me? And I will say, if it is for you, you need to reach out to me, because I would love to have you, and I would love to work out some possible way for you to join this program in this round. I don't know when I'm going to run this program again. Right now, it's not necessarily on the docket for the rest of the year. I have some other things that other programs I'm going to be working on, and other exciting things like my book that I'm going to be publishing and having a baby. So there's just a lot of other things that's going to really come up on the schedule for coaching. So I don't know when I'm going to offer this unique 30-day experience in this group format, if I'm going to even do it again for this year. I'm going to offer it again, but I just don't know if it's going to be for this year. Okay. So what I wanted to do, I'm not going to read the whole PDF. I'm not going to go through what it includes, all that sort of stuff. I really just want to kind of get to the heart of some of the questions what people ask, and kind of ask answer the question, but really the heart behind the question, address that as well. All right. So I just picked 5. I think I have maybe 8 to 10, I'm not quite sure, can't remember, of frequently asked questions and answers in the PDF that goes with the program, so you can kind of learn more about it. But I just picked 5 that I'm going to go through right now, right? So I definitely encourage you to look through the rest, so you just look through all the details of the program, okay? But the frequently asked question starts on page 11. Okay. So the first question that I put here is, how do I know if this is for me? How do you know if this 30-day Healthy Jumpstart program focusing on healthy habits with resources, trainings, coaching calls, Facebook group, a lot of different support sources, how do you know if it's for me? Well, if you're ready for lasting change and transformation in the way you care for your health and body, I highly believe this is for you. During this program, we will peel back the layers of what may be holding you back from the health and body you long for. It will be a safe space for you to reflect, share, process, and implement simple steps towards your version of a sustainable, healthy lifestyle. Right? And if you are ready to really, and I say this and I've been saying this, but if you're ready to stop saying you want to take care of yourself and really experience transformation to then doing, this program is going to help you because it's all about action. It's all about really figuring out what simple steps can I take to move forward. And I don't think it's wrong to actually ask this question. Don't hear me wrong, because I posted about this, I think, earlier this week, just I'm a health coach, and I run programs, but I also do programs for mother health and wellness professionals. I'm currently doing I think it's a 5-week program with Street Parking, which is the fitness and wellness community I've been a part of the last 2 years. That it's kind of, similar workouts to CrossFit at home, it's limited equipment, all this stuff. And it's just really, and having a lot of people there who are skilled in coaches in pregnancy, postpartum, and moms. My goodness, I just needed that particular level of support. But I am a CrossFit level 1 trainer. I am a health coach, and I am I know a lot, and I am not above just needing a little extra support. I'm not above and needing a little structure to get me kicked back into groove. My first trimesters of my pregnancies have been hard in different ways. And I just didn't work out consistently, and I didn't worry about what I was eating as much, and I'm feeling much better in the second. So I just know, I'm like, you know what? Basically this 5-week program I'm telling you about, I didn't just jump into it when I knew it was coming out. I really thought about it. Is this for me? Is it going to stress me out more? Is it going to really help me? Is it doable? So I emailed one of the coaches who I've emailed multiple times and talked to multiple times. And just, she knows my story. She's worked with me in 2 years. And I just said, do you think this is good? Explain my situation, explain what's going on. And she didn't say yes or no. She's like, if you feel like it's going to help you and this, and this, yes, do it. If you feel like it's not, then don't. Basically, just know you're free. You're free to do whatever. But if you really feel like it's going to serve you and help you. But this is how I knew I should, because I emailed her maybe the week before registration was closing. And that week, I almost started to there's certain measures or markers or habits you need to work on throughout the 5 weeks. And I actually started to do them in anticipation, because I knew in my mind I wanted to do it, but wasn't sure yet. I actually started to do those habits. So just even in anticipation of me about to get into this program, I shifted my habits, right? And so I think the same thing will happen for you if you say you know what, I think this is for me. You're going to do way better preparing for those 30 days, but the 30 days than you would have otherwise. Because once you set your mind to something and you get the support you need to do it, you are more likely to do it or go further than if you tried to do it on your own. All right. So how do you know this is for you? I really just think if you're ready to get support and really experience lasting change and figuring out how to take care of yourself in a sustainable way, it's for you. Okay. So next question then, how will the Jumpstart help me? So first, let me start by saying you get as much out as you put in. So there are different things that are offered, right? There's a weekly group coaching calls, which I think if you don't do anything else, try to show up for that. There's a Facebook group that you can ask questions, share wins, get takeaways, process things. There's a short mini training in the beginning to kind of frame that particular habit we're working on and the resources provided. There's a toolkit with extra resources. There are, obviously other women going through it. You can support each other. You get my food journal and habits tracker to help you track and celebrate the progress you've made. So there are tons of different resources and things that are included. And if you have the space and capacity, use all of them. But if not, just use a few. And you're still going to get tons from it. But really, I think we just think that because you sign up for a particular program or diet or whatever, that automatically that person or that program is going to give you all you need to make it easy for you. That has never been true of anything in our lives. You got a college degree, you got a high school degree, you got past any sort of certification, education, You put in the work. It wasn't just like teachers are like, oh, just because you signed up for the class, I'm going to give you an A. It's the exact same thing. You need to we all need to stop believing the lies that we hear from the health industry that just say like, this is going to solve all your problems. You're not going to have to do anything. It's going to be super simple. No, it will take you changing your life. It will take you really shifting your thoughts and your mindset, but we're going to do it together, and we're going to do it in a way that doesn't shock your body or your system. And we're going to do it in a way that's sustainable. That's what the whole point about habits are, right? It's not just to like 30 days with drastic change and then you don't know what to do after. No, it's 30 days, get some change, and then you have habits and a road plan for after. All right. So I, again, think you can get a lot from it, but as much as you want to put in is as much as you're going to get out. All right. We're going to be focused on different areas of healthy habits, right? We're going to focus on planning, nutrition, exercise, stress and sleep. We're going to do mindset, and then toxic load when we're going to bring in the conversation about essential oils as a way to support that. So question number 3, what is the time required? Because we know you hear about these programs and you're like, I don't have a lot of time. I'm busy. I'm working full time. I got kids. I got grandkids. I got all this. And the reality is it's that, yes, it will take time, but it does not have to take a lot of time. I really encourage women to set aside 1 to 2 hours a week of the 30 days we're together. And that could be broken up, right? So say you watch or listen to the training that's 15, 20 minutes. Say if you show up for the group coaching call, that's going to be the majority of it. Say you look through some of the resources and try to implement it. Like, it's just like anything, again, like dedicating time in your schedule for it. It does not have to be straight in a block. It can be broken up. As I said, I'm currently working on a book, and I'm not the type of, just the season of life I'm in, I rarely have the space or the capacity, or I don't know if I really want to just say like, I'm just going to write for a whole week, leave my family, just do all this, or I'm going to spend huge chunks of time doing this. And so I've just made the decision, I'm going to write 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes most days a week. And it seems so small because it's just this, I'm nearly done the first draft. Hallelujah, right? So hopefully my prayer is to get this out before I have my second baby, but we'll see. But it feels so slow. It feels like I'm not doing anything, right? But I've created a habit that, like, honestly, I'm nearly done writing my book because of it. And it's just like, I've just started to tell myself, I'm someone who writes 30 minutes almost every day, because that's just who I am, and that's moved me towards it, right? And that seems like a small amount of time per day, per week, but it really does help. And so, I just think even if you could put a little bit of time each day, a little bit of time each week, you're just going to get a lot out of it. And you have access to everything even afterwards, right? But I really encourage, if you can, to attend the coaching calls. And they're on Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. So to accommodate for people who are working or, have stuff during the day or evenings. Okay. And so it will require time, but it does not require as much time as you think. And that's what I'm here for. So the coaching calls and even the Facebook group is a space for me to help customize. So another personal example of this, and I'm talking about book because this is a big thing in my life right now, but I'm in a book coaching program. So I'm normalizing that whenever you have a goal, it is okay to invest in that thing and that particular thing. I'm in a business coaching plus a health coaching because support is normal for me at this point. And I believe that when I invest, it may feel like a lot right now, I'm going to get even more in return, right? That's the nature of investment, right? If you are an investor on the stock market or whatever, or even if you invest your money in a savings account, you know that you might put 100 in it, but if you keep it there long enough, it might give you 1,000, right? It's the same thing. You might be putting in a few hours now, and it might feel like a stretch to put in those few hours. It might have even a stretch to feel like you put in that 100, but it will reap rewards beyond what you could ever imagine, right? And the book program kind of started like the beginning of I got pregnant like 2 weeks after into the program, and I just couldn't watch. I didn't write for those whole 2 months, 3 months, and I didn't watch any of the modules. And it's very easy. Like I was just talking to my coach today about it. I was just like, oh, I'm like, okay, I just can't go back. I can't figure out, like, I just probably won't be able to watch it all. And so how do I know which ones are good? And she's just like, really, I think at this stage, this one is good for you. If you have time and it like matches where you're at, watch that one. But just know it's okay. And I just was like, yeah, you're right. And the same thing is for you. So, if for some reason you don't go through everything, it's like you have access to it, and you went through what you were supposed to go through. Okay. All right. So that was first question was, how do I know this is for me? How do I know it will help me? Then how do I know how much time is required? And then fourth one, what makes this different? So again, I did this at the beginning of my program, at my business, nearly 6 years ago. But since I have learned a lot as a health coach and coaching, I've learned a lot on creating content. I've learned a lot about even the health and wellness field. And so this is not just my 6 years of experience as a health coach. This is my 15 to 20 years of really being intentional with my health, right? And so in this 30-day program, I combine my best training and best thoughts and resources on particular habits, my best coaching tool, and my best community all in one place. You will get me as your coach, supporting you every day in the community and on our calls in a high-touched, personalized way. This is not a course, it's a coaching program with a course attached, meaning that the main part of this is that you're getting a coach to really journey with you versus just getting material. This level of support is different from my podcast. It's different from my free Facebook group or my challenges, because you get that element of one-on-one coaching, but in a group environment. Plus, the program is focused on helping you lay simple but sustainable habits in those areas we talked about that are crucial to a healthy body and lifestyle. All right. And so this is different in the fact that it is a course plus coaching program together, but you're getting this high level of, one-on-one support while also being in a group, which is very unique. And so I've experienced this in all the programs in right now, my book coaching program, my business coaching, my health wellness program that I'm in, fitness program that I'm in. And it's really made a difference in helping me feel seen, safe, supported, empowered, in a group, but it felt very in a personalized way. All right. And then the last question, obviously there's more, and you might have other questions that aren't even in this document. That's why I definitely encourage you to reach out to me. But the last question I wanted to talk about is the essential oils thing. So as a bonus for this course and for this program, I'll have bonus sessions talking about how particular essential oils can help you build and sustain and grow in that area of habit that we'll talk about each week. Now, you don't necessarily, so the question is, you mentioned this, like, okay, do I have to buy essential oils with this program too? That is not required. It's totally up to you. It's actually just a space for you to learn a little bit more how those oils can support you in those habits, either during the 30 days or beyond. So you might decide, like, Brian, I've been wanting oils, already have some, particularly if you're in my doTERRA wellness community. And I just want to kind of do this, get the tools for mindset and habits, plus the physical things like oils to support me. Then you can grab the oils and go through it. But you can also learn about them and then decide to get them to support you afterwards. But it's just a space to help you see how essential oils can help you build healthy habits, but also bringing in another area of habits, toxic load, in the fact that we are exposed to a lot of different toxins in our everyday environment, and essential oils are a great way to provide natural health solutions without those things. Okay, so you're not required to buy any oils or any of the wellness products, but they're just a way for you to learn more. You're more than welcome to, and I can share with you the best and most affordable way to do that, but that is not required. All right, again, there are probably tons of other questions that you may have, so I definitely encourage you to reach out to me this week. You could either book a call if there's a space on my calendar. Our first group coaching call isn't till, I believe, the 29th. So even if for some reason, like you miss the registration date of the 21st and you still want to join in, you can if there's spots. So that's the thing. I have 5 more spots available, and once those spots are filled, the program is filled, because I wanted to keep it to under 10 women for this not first round. Reiteration of the program. So you can check out the details. You can actually go and read more about it. You can click sign up and join us. You can reach out, book a call if you have any more questions. But again, the point of this isn't just to say you need to do this program. The point of this is to really help you discern, is this the thing for me? Is this what I need? 30 days of really high touch support to move forward, to reach my goal, to not feel alone, to not feel confused, to not feel just like it's not possible. And if you do feel like that, I really want you to reach out to me. I offered a scholarship the last week, and I did offer that to, I did reach out to the woman who wanted, and really excited. But again, like, I understand finances might be an issue. We can work something out so that there's a payment plan that can really support you. Okay. But I think we're always going to come up with reasons why not. And again, a lot of them are legitimate. I'm not trying to say that I'm not trying to say anything, but I think in your heart, if you're coming up with an obstacle and you're deciding not to overcome that obstacle when you really need to. Okay. So if that's you, please feel free. I would love to have a conversation to help you just get work through that. Why, what may be holding you back, not just from this, but any program. And so, again, I have 5 spots left. And so I am excited to support the 5 women already in it. And I'm really excited to hopefully welcome you into this program. So we start January 24th. That's when the first module is released. Facebook group opens. But our first coaching call is into the 29th. And so definitely reach out. And if for some reason you're listening to this, and obviously January's passed and you're still interested in this program or this type of work, please book a clarity call. I do teach a lot of this to either my one-on-one clients or, just my clients in general. So you could still have access to this through that way. But in this particular group format, I only offer this every now and then. Okay. So have a beautiful, beautiful day. I hope to hear from you soon. Email me, touch base on social media. I'm going to be available this week to really help you figure out if this is for you. Okay. Grateful for you all. And I will see you on the next episode. Friends, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And again, in all my episodes, I hope you leave with listening to yourself, listening to your gut, listening to what this episode may have stirred up in your mind, stirred up in your body. And again, if anything is in you that thinks that this is the program, it is for you, or you're just wondering and you want to get clear, either book that clarity call. If you don't find a time that works for this week, please reach out. We can figure out a customized time, or we can even just talk through email or message. And I just want you to get clear. Okay. But again, I only have 5 spots left at this moment. So if you are interested and you were like, Brie, I just want to sign up. I think you convinced me. Make sure you go to the link where to sign up as well. And you can grab the price. Either you could pay for it at the full price, or you could get the 2 payment option, and just really, again, be supported this new year in jumpstarting your healthy habits, jumpstarting your goals, and seeing them come to fruition. Okay. Grateful for you as always. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And I sometimes forget to say this as well. If you've listened for a while and you've never rated or reviewed, please do that, because that way more women can see that. You could particularly go on iTunes and do that wherever you see the review option. And usually it's done on your phone. So I'll make sure to link that in here as well. Just the option to rate and review. Okay. But make sure you reach out about the program if that's what you're interested in. Okay. I'll talk to you later. That's a wrap. That's another episode of the More Than Your Weight podcast. I hope you're leaving encouraged and inspired and empowered to go out there and know that your health and your worth is so much more than your weight. So before you go, again, do a couple things. Make sure you join my Facebook group, the More Than Your Weight Women's Community, where there are daily posts, weekly trainings, and just a lot of support to unpack these episodes, as well as get support in your More Than Your Weight journey. Make sure you also follow me on Instagram, where I show my behind the scenes of my own health, but also just how I care for others along the way. And then make sure you subscribe and rate and review this podcast, because more women will see that, but also you'll get new episodes every single week. All right. I'll see you on the next episode and can't wait to support you more.